Hello and welcome back
Hi,
to the Crystal Men.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Jim.
And we're a Steven Universe podcast.
We watch Steven Universe, so you don't have to.
That's us.
The Crystal Men.
I'm Tom.
I was hoping that you would... Yes, okay.
Okay.
Hello and welcome back to the Crystal Men. I am Jim.
And I am Tom. Hello, you beautiful people.
And Jem's out there. We are a Steven Universe rewatch podcast. Today we're talking about episode 24, which is called an Indirect.
Kiss. That's what I do to him every day.
That's what I do to my dog all the time. And she gives me direct kisses.
I was going to say.
To my forehead.
And head, hair.
All of my upper head area.
She's a good girl.
She is, and hopefully she's not going to bark like crazy. So, what did you think about An Indirect Kiss, episode 24 of Steven's Universe?
Now we're starting to ramp up, I think, into more back-to-back, just deeper plot-based episodes. A little bit more is happening, I think. This is more aligned with kind of what I like about Steven Universe. Yeah. But I mean, I guess we'll just start from the beginning. I love the imagery of Beach City and
the lighthouse, or not a lighthouse, but
that area, the big hill, and just it's so pretty and pastoral.
Yes.
So it's really nice to see Steven and Connie having a nice little picnic with Lion.
Yeah, Lion's there. I really do like that
man.
Lion is just constantly in the background. I think that's really cool.
He's becoming officially a pet as opposed to just kind of that one-off character.
So yeah, I'm just one thing off the rip, right off the top.
Give it to me.
It's kind of neat. The next two episodes are Mirror Gem and Ocean Gem.
Yes.
So we are really starting to get into kind of what you're saying, the more serialized elements of the show.
Yeah, we're finally transitioning from kind of episode of the week scenario to overarching plot.
Yeah, at this point, all the other episodes could have kind of happened in almost any order. There's not really any sort of... I mean, it's important to have, a cheeseburger backpack early on just because it kind of shows the dynamic Steven has with the gems. But, yeah, I really I love the way that this episode was written, too, in terms of how it's being retold.
Yes.
Too.
It's
really fresh.
What's that? Like a frame story or whatever it's called.
Yeah, exactly.
First off, did they have the fence on the hill in the future? Because at the very beginning, they're talking about why there's a fence now.
I don't remember.
In later episodes, is that fence still there?
We have to keep an eye out for it.
Yes, definitely. But anyway, Connie is asking, Steven how he's doing, and Steven explains the fence. And then the reasoning behind it, which is the whole story of the episode. So Amethyst was up there with Steven, being just a stupid idiot.
Yeah, she's just...
All my Amethyst haters out there, am I right?
She's being a big troll bully. I actually love Amethyst in this episode.
No, it's good, sibling energy.
Yeah, and it's exactly what happens when, a kid takes it too far.
One time I kicked my sister too hard by accident when we were playing, and her foot is permanently inflated because of that.
That's horrible.
So, just things like that.
You could say in a way that you cracked her gem.
Oh my god. I don't like that phrasing. But so Amethyst is teasing Steven and then falls off the side, hits a big old rock. And, I know it was a direct hit to the gem when she fell. I feel like she could take a little bit more damage under normal circumstances than that. I feel like we've seen worse. Yeah,
there's a part later on where she exacerbates it by just running, not even that fast. She just kind of gets launched into a rock and you hear the crack again. And maybe we could just say, because the gem has been shattered, it's already weakened, but...
structurally compromised.
But yeah, no, it is kind of funny how, cracked gems are such a non-issue in the series.
Well, it's weird. I mean... Granted, of course, the whole reasoning behind that was because Rose had healing powers, so if somebody cracked their gem, Rose could just heal it. But under normal circumstances, without Rose, you would think it would be
a death sentence, basically.
I mean...
It's kind of insane that, they haven't tried to figure out a fix for it. Out of all the technology they have left on Earth, they haven't tried to... I guess they haven't needed to.
I guess so. Or just keep better watch of the healing fountain, which we'll get into in a bit. But it's I'd be maintaining that shit if that's my doctor's office,
It is kind of neat going back to the idea that the gems are just kind of like kids.
Yeah.
Like they, in a way, they still kind of are just like kids that had to grow up a little too fast because they were coddled by their parent Rose.
And it's, I mean, gems as a society, you know, the whole point is that I guess when you live that long, you kind of stagnate a little bit. Like, so yeah, it's easy, even though they've been alive for thousands of years, to kind of have a childlike mentality because
nothing's changing. Like, you're
effectively immortal. Like,
your mom's not gonna die, you know, unless she gives birth.
So anyway, Rose. Oh my God. Garnet and Pearl come and they're like, oh my God, she's gonna die.
Pearl's freaking. I like Pearl as like the manic one in this episode.
I mean, yes, Pearl freaks out a lot later too, but initially, voice of reason. I mean, like, yes, you are cracked. Rose used to be able to fix this on the spot, but she's gone.
Mm-hmm.
So they talk to Steven that you know, he should have healing powers too because he has Rose's gem. And Rose used to cry, but Steven's just too tough of a big old tough boy. Even though we have a crying counter for how many times they cry each episode, which we will have to add to.
It is really funny. Okay, I have to say, I'm looking at the fucking Wikipedia for this episode, and some of these quote-unquote cultural references are fucking stretched, let me tell you. In some ancient Hebrew tradition, saliva is said to have healing properties.
Okay.
It doesn't specify anything else, just in some ancient Hebrew. And then Then it says in the New Testament, Jesus uses his own spit to heal a blind man. I haven't gotten to that part of the Bible yet, so I can't confirm, but of the parts I've seen of the Bible, saliva has not been used to cure anyone. Maybe it's in the Talmud.
You know, call me crazy. I don't necessarily think that Rebecca Sugar and the rest of the writers were thinking about that when they wrote this episode. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I just feel like that's one of those English class kind of things where you're like, oh, well, this book was actually talking about deep symbolism that the writer totally knew about.
Also, I just have to say this. I'm sorry. Steven saying, I'm really feeling it in Rose's Fountain, maybe a reference to Shulk from Xenoblade Chronicles X.
I got a good rhythm going!
As he said the same phrase in the reveal trailer for Smash Brothers Nintendo 3DS, which coincidentally was first shown only 20 days before the airing of this episode. All right. I don't fucking think that 20 days before the episode came out, they're like, no, let's add a fucking Shulk reference.
Let's get that one line in there.
Yeah, and the iconic line, I'm really feeling it.
Everybody knows when I think Shulk.
Am I just like completely like crazy? Like, is Xenoblade Chronicles X like the most important thing ever that I just didn't know? I think
someone with, you know, a Venn diagram of intersecting interests wrote that wiki page and was just like, oh my God.
Well, the only reason I have it up for real is that it actually has Amethyst backward phrases.
Okay, I was just gonna say, yeah, so when Amethyst has her gem cracked, she starts talking backwards, and I wrote that down. I was curious what she was actually saying the whole time, so please.
It's pretty funny. Most of them are pretty innocuous. Like, at first, I think it happens really early on. So the first thing we see happen is her one eye expands and gets all googly. Then I think she starts speaking backwards before her body starts to... Or no, then her, the crack gets a little bit worse, and then she explodes into, like, this sort of noodle pile of limbs, which I really like. That visual really stuck with me for some reason. Like, the fact that she has these just long noodle strands.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, again, Steven Universe does not shy away from body disfigurement, I guess you could say.
Yeah. And it's fun to be able to play with that in like a show like this.
And keep it harmless.
There's a little bit of like cheekiness in one of these. So Amethyst just says like, hey guys, what are you doing on the beach? Ugh, I'm going home. Hey, if your body can't cry on its own, you got to make it cry. And that's like the one time where Steven actually kind of understands what she's saying because she's pantomiming it more. Later, she says, hey, the vines are coming to life and they're going to kill Steven, just so you know. Which is probably a line they might not have been able to get away with if it wasn't reversed.
Well, I don't know. They say kill a couple times. They
do. But kill Steven.
Yeah, kill the child, I guess.
Kill the child. But yeah, and the other things are just like little, like, cheer up, will ya? Like, things like that. So there wasn't any, like, secret, epic, like, code. It was just them kind of being...
Then
like, no Gravity Falls shit in this.
Yeah. Well, that's going to be our next podcast, Gravity Falls.
I do love Gravity Falls. But But so yeah, they go. Okay, we always like to try and figure out where are these gem locations.
Yes, so they teleport to Rose's garden because Steven is unable to cry on command. So they're like, well, we can just use Rose's fountain. So they teleport. I mean, it's some mountainous area.
I'm thinking like southwestern U.S. is kind of my idea.
So you think it's pretty close by then, considering?
Well, I
not
mean,
like on the other side of the earth. I mean,
yeah, I think it's to me. I got like some westerny U.S. vibes, especially like the brambles.
I guess I could see that. I don't know. I was thinking like more like other side of the world, like Nepal, but I might be just not looking at the background too much. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess that doesn't really matter ultimately.
Regardless, it's mountainous area.
And I love these brambles. They're really cool. They're really like scary.
Yeah, so they get there and the place is covered in brambles. But yeah, I mean, so the brambles are alive, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like sentient in a weird way. Because...
It seems to kind of be similar to her moss in that one episode with Lars, the Lars and the Cool Kids, I think.
Gotcha.
So I'm assuming that she had some kind of like influence over the life here.
Yeah, well, because later on too, even the trees move towards the fountain.
Yeah,
that weird shakiness.
I do want to say I got like some Zelda vibes from this location.
Yes, it was a very like Great Fairy Fountain kind of.
Especially when all the bush trees started moving around and they got like stuck on the wall, like they couldn't jump over it.
Yeah, just
something about that felt so video gamey to me.
It was nice. The aesthetic this entire episode I think was great. Pearl was relatively on character, which was nice.
Yeah, they gave Pearl a lot of funny, like exaggerated shots. Yeah,
they gave Steven a lot too.
Yes.
This episode.
Oh, we didn't really mention. Yeah, in the beginning, Steven is like pure upset when he's starting to tell the story to Connie. Steven is like literally melting from depression, and we learn the reason why later. But there's a funny little scene too where like Garnet's kind of done dealing with Pearl's shit, which I think is kind of funny.
Yeah, because it takes a lot to get her feeling a certain way, but she straight up punches a boulder and
but also like I mean it's kind of I understand like it's just a good character moment, but like Pearl has a good reason to be fucking freaking out here.
Yeah, well I mean we get in a humorous way but a little bit more insight into Pearl when she's like what does she say exactly, but basically claiming that she's useless without Rose's guidance.
Yeah. She basically compares herself to the brambles, like these clingy, directionless, powerless thing, and it's a pretty good metaphor, especially early on, because we do learn later that Pearl is like
we'll get into
really dependent on Rose.
We'll get like into the mentality of it later. Right now, it's kind of played for laughs.
Yeah, but
it gets touched on much more seriously as the series progresses. But they go off. Them being Garnet and Pearl, and Steven and Amethyst are just sitting by the fountain, which also, little self-indulgent of Rose. I mean, I know we get that theme later on too, but my God, it's a giant statue of her surrounded by smaller statues of her.
Yeah, that's true.
We get it.
I really love, it really stuck with me, even like the first watch, just like how the fountain... How it looks, just like the space of it feels really realized. It's hard for me to explain, put it into words, but there's something about it that feels like if I were there, it kind of goes back to the whole video game thing. Like to me, it feels like it was a really well, like
thought out
place. Yeah,
I agree. I think everything kind of just looked like it belonged there and was kind of purposeful. But so the well or the fountain is dried up. And Steven has kind of a little soliloquy about his relationship with his mom, which, we got in Lars and the Cool Kids a little bit more, but now we're starting to get into Steven's complicated feelings towards his mom, which is, I mean, incredibly valid. In a way, she abandoned him. Yeah. You could say.
He
never got the opportunity to meet her, but everybody holds her on such a high pedestal. He's like... and then also, of course, he's expected to be her, which is complicated. Yeah. And he gets into that more at the end of the episode, too.
And I really like the line, they kind of play it, too, for, like, almost a little sight gag with Connie, where he says, like, I don't even, like, know you. He's talking to the statue. Like, I don't even know you. Like, what's my relationship supposed to be to you? How am I supposed to, like, deal with this? And they cut to Connie eating a sandwich, just crying. And I think she says, like, keep going. Yeah. It's a cute little moment.
Every person reading a fanfic.
Basically, yeah, that's the vibe that they give.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even talk about. So there's a little scene in these little jump backs to the future, the parts the present, where Steven is talking to Connie, where he like trades glasses with her, and then he gets a headache from it.
Yeah,
once again, just like really good script writing. I'm always just really impressed by these. Like you cram like a really good story into 11 minutes.
Yeah, because so. First, Connie asks for his juice box in exchange for the glasses.
Which is durian flavored juice, which I can't even imagine.
Have you ever actually had a durian?
I've never had a durian.
So, I have had durian numerous times. My wife's family is Vietnamese, and when we went to go visit them in Texas for a wedding, they were having a bunch of durian stuff, and we're like, "Do you want some?" And kind of laughing at me, like, "Oh, this guy's not."
The white boy won't want durian.
But I indulge. And I couldn't fake not I was like, oh, it's good, and then they all started laughing and then they just piled durian on me. It is so bad.
Can you compare it to anything?
Oh God, it's like eating just I don't even want to say rotten peanut butter, but it smells really awful. It tastes better than it smells, but
that's what I've heard. Yeah.
But the smell is just so overwhelming when you're eating.
That sounds.
And the consistency is kind of that mushy. It's almost like mushed up banana, peanut butter, and aged fungi.
Oh jeez.
Don't recommend. Or hey, maybe you'll love it.
I do want to try it
It'll
one day.
max out your hearts in Breath of the Wild.
Well, there we go. Another Zelda reference to a game that wasn't out yet. So they're after numerous attempts of Steven trying to cry but not being able to. It's finally this moment when him and Amethyst are being attacked by all these brambles and vines, where he's like
do or die kind of moment.
Yeah, he really has a moment where he looks at Amethyst. He's like, I really care about this person. I'm saying it more eloquently than Steven, but yeah, he's like, I need to be able to do this, and I can't. And that sort of down moment is what allows him to cry. And then coincidentally, the fountain springs to life.
Well, first he does cry onto
the gem. Yes, this is a key detail.
And it does not work.
Yes.
And he's like, are you serious?
Which I like this a lot, because crying, especially in anime, crying to heal is my least favorite trope.
Cliche. I mean,
at Pokemon, I saw that shit when I was 9 at the Pokemon movie.
Yeah, okay, they never explained why that worked either in Pokemon.
Pikachu, it's just magic. That's the problem. It's just stupid magic tears.
The one instance where I was almost okay, Tangled, the end, I get it. The whole point was that she had healing powers, and she still has it.
I'll give it at least it makes sense within the story.
It makes a little sense. It still doesn't explain why the tears did it.
Yeah.
But Pokemon just straight up, no sense.
Pikachu, they got to study that creature.
Great song, though.
Yeah.
The brother.
Oh, yes, that's right. I was trying to remember.
Brother, tell me what you're from. Sorry.
So, Steven does cry, and I really like that. And then Amethyst and Pearl come in, and he's like, "Guys, I fixed it. My tears saved it.
Fixed the fountain."
And then they're just like, Steven, you're a fucking dumb idiot.
You stupid,
bitch,
ignorant, weak.
You white piece of
white
shit.
Guilt.
And he is saddened by this because, and I love the little last line that he gives, that Pearl said to him in the story. She's like, "You'll never have control over your powers, and we don't respect you, and we're not going to bring you on missions." And so even though he thought he had this momentary victory,
it just got snatched from him. I'm sorry, go ahead.
So that's why we see him sad at the beginning of the episode.
Yeah, and it kind of, we're getting into the frustration of Steven, not feeling like he's contributing, B, now actively comparing himself to his mother. People are saying that your mom used to be able to do this, whereas Quartz could do this. So I'm sure that, from his kid's perspective, it's frustrating, but that develops into some deep psychological stuff later.
Definitely, getting,
yeah. The early instances of him really putting himself down for that.
You can already see it. And it's funny, too, because there's almost kind of a meta element of when you're watching a show like this and it's got kind of the anime shown in the influence, you want more powers. You want to see your main character get more powerful. You want to see them get stronger. And Steven has really this is the feeling that I really remember sticking out and was almost frustrated with when I watched it initially. It was all right, when's he going to fucking get his powers?
Yeah, when's he going to do something useful and cool?
Yeah, but that's the whole point of this is that even though he tried so hard and it didn't work, the gems were able to save the day still, which I actually kind of like that too, that it wasn't him just through like miracle magic.
Yeah, not just ass pulling a power out.
Yeah, but then we get the little reveal where, similar to when Steven wore Connie's glasses,
yeah,
Connie gets a headache.
So right before that, though,
Connie's pregnant.
Indirect impreg. These are children. No, so
Steven's actually like thousands of years old. It's fine.
Actually, he's 1,000 years old because he has the gem. So technically,
yeah.
No, so they have a nice little aside, Steven and Connie, because Steven literally said, without having powers like them, I'm useless. I can't go on missions. And Connie's, reassuring him, saying, "You'll be like me. It's okay. Like, you're still human. There's still that human side of you that you kind of, that he winds up taking for granted, really." But
it's comforting, but also like I did say like bleh, like while we were watching it, because you don't want to be like a human. You want to be something special. You want to
especially Steven, yeah.
Yeah, like you want to be something better. You have this potential you're trying to live up to. You're not human. Like explicitly, Steven is like something new. He's something different. So for him, that's not a good thing.
That is very true, actually.
But I mean, it also is a good moral. Like being a human is virtuous, I would say. But that's where we get like the little reveal where the spit. It was the durian backwash.
Yeah, because she has a little bit of Steven's juice, and then all of a sudden the glasses don't work because she can see normal. Which also, okay, Steven could have an amazing career as a doctor.
Literally, so yeah, it heals. It's not like sometimes in like media, healing powers will be like recent injuries, but this is like
you are
something you were born with.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Is it even? I mean, what is it healing specifically? Like, you get a cut, you heal a cut. Like, this is like, does it heal deformities? Does it heal like?
That's a really good point.
Like, does Connie not have allergies anymore? Like,
yeah, anytime Connie ever has any sort of ailment, I'm gonna be like, Steven kissed her. I will say, I have to do it. I have to bring it there. Would it uncircumcise you?
Ooh,
I think it would. If it heals,
I mean, that vision, is technically an injury.
Yeah, it's technically an injury. So I think well, first off, Steven's probably not circumcised. I think it's unlikely that Steven's circumcised.
Okay, so well, since we're going there, I mean, Steven could just shapeshift into being circumcised or uncircumcised if he really wanted
to. I guess
to.
He could.
Yeah. I mean, he has complete control later over his body.
He can make it pink.
Yeah, whatever.
It's already
whatever
pink, probably.
I mean, he made cats on his fingers.
That's
he can
true.
do whatever.
But like, if he,
I would say it would heal it.
Greg is probably circumcised. Yeah, so if he kissed Greg, or if he licked his hand and touched Greg.
Also, like, I mean, Connie can never get ear piercings.
It just heals over him. It heals over the cut. Oh my gosh.
God.
Or over
or
the
if
piercing.
She has the piercing in and it just grows. But regardless, I mean, like, not to skip ahead, but in Steven Universe Future, he's kind of like, what do I do with myself? Dude, become a doctor. Like, just...
That's a really good point.
You could just go from town to town and be like, you're healed, you're healed, you're healed. Like, give me $1,000.
I feel like Steven would probably do it.
He wouldn't care about
cheaper,
the money.
Yeah. I would like to see Steven as kind of like a homeless guy, like a vagabond sort of type.
Just going town to town.
Healing. That could be like, if Steven Universe came out in like the 70s, that would be like a TV show. Like he'd be like the Bruce Banner. Well, not Bruce Banner. Well, the Hulk TV show, he had a different name.
Did he?
Yes. He's not called Bruce Banner. He's called like Derek Dixelson or something stupid.
Oh.
But it's like that kind of story where like Steven just kind of goes from town to town healing people.
Yeah, see some new adventures. But that's, we're not good enough for Steven, so.
No. Think of like all the children like with cancer that are just like watching the news and Steven like fighting aliens and they're just like, if only he could come to my town and lick my cancer cells.
Mother, do you think that Steven will come to town?
He said,
son, you're gonna die.
He said we don't have enough Pizza Huts here. There are no Pizza Huts on the way. He's not coming this way. He's going to Syracuse instead.
This is kind of like what sucks on a greater scope about healing powers and stuff like that. Just
your obligation,
instant responsibility to be like, well, I guess I'm dedicating every second of. I mean, it's the Superman crank problem. Have you ever seen that?
Crank?
Where it's like, a more efficient use of Superman's powers would be to just generate power by turning a crank rather than fighting crime.
Yes, it's kind of true. Also, I remember I don't know which one it is. I think it's one of the Justice League cartoons, but an early episode is Superman literally is like, hey guys, I'm going to just disarm every nuclear missile in the world. So he just goes around like literally everywhere and is like using his super speed to like take the cap off for each one. And I'm like, you know what? This is like a really good use of your power, Superman. It's silly, but it's like, I would want someone to disarm every nuke on Earth.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're talking about overstepping, but at the same time, I think no nukes is just a net positive for the world.
Yeah, I do agree. I think it's probably for the best interest. But it's funny, like, that is a really interesting thought. I haven't thought about that before. Like, the great power, great responsibility Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's powers are, like, being strong and smart. Like, for him, it's like, yeah, I'm saving people. But if you're
Spider-Man
a healer...
makes a little bit more sense.
You should just be, like... I hate to say it, just be Jesus. Like,
I'm opening up a clinic. People walk in, get healed in 5 seconds. Like, you're going to maximize efficiency. Just lick hand, lick hand, lick hand, lick hand. Try to get like a couple thousand a day. But
then people will be like, oh, that's Steven. His saliva is tainted. Oh, my kid got autism from Steven's saliva.
Steven is Tylenol.
But yeah.
Anyway.
I like this weird alternate reality. But no, it's a really cute little episode. Like, ultimately, like, the whole thing that we didn't even talk about, the indirect kiss is like the...
Steven and Connie.
The backwash, yeah. And that's like that also, to me, is like kind of an anime thing. Like, I feel like that's something... You see a lot more in like anime than like Western media.
I mean, it's a very common anime trope, but also it looked as if Connie was going in for a kiss at the end before she got her headache from her glasses. Which, I mean, they're shipping it early.
Oh,
I mean, granted, Connie's first appearance they shipped it.
Yeah, he was already crushing on her.
But I mean,
also, I will say we are starting to get like Chibified Connie.
Yes.
Because you remember the first episode with Connie, she is like...
Very different.
She's like 6 feet tall.
Yeah, I mean, we're still making our way to the more chibi Connie because like she had some long like character frames in this episode. Yeah. But we're definitely getting there. She will shrink.
I don't even remember what episode it is, but the episode where they go to like a house party.
Yes.
That episode was terrible in terms of like she literally is like amethyst sized in that episode and like amethyst proportions,
or everybody else just got way taller really fast.
Steven made a wish.
But no, good episode. We are getting more and more like consistency with Steven growing some powers because was it last episode or the episode before where he finally bubbled?
That was that was last that was Monster Buddies. Last episode he bubbled.
So I mean, now he's gotten lick powers, and then the following couple episodes will really get into it. But overall, oh no, that cannot be a real image.
I'm showing Tom. Oh, this episode makes me want to kill myself. I forget which one it is.
It's a very, very unfortunate frame.
I think it's the one where he becomes a baby.
Oh, yeah, no, it's his birthday.
But yeah, like, just...
Oh, yeah, Connie looks so different.
Connie, it's crazy what they do to Connie.
That is wild.
Honestly, like, does she just, like, not have her glasses sometimes?
Well, she doesn't need them anymore after this episode.
Yeah, I think her design, this is, this one side by side is just, she looks like a fucking gremlin. That being said, it's like one frame, but
it's a very bad frame.
I wish they hadn't done this.
Yeah, I don't know why. I liked Connie's original model. Like,
I think she has a lot of character. She really had like a lot of character and like a very specific look. I like her big boots too, but yeah, it is kind of insane. This is, I think, I'm just showing pictures to Tom now. That's Steven Universe Future, I think, which I think is really good.
Yeah, I think her older like Connie model looks fine, but yeah, right now still looks good. But we will get into some weird, not so cool.
I'm gonna make this my phone background. It's such a horrible image. It's the one where Connie's in like her red dress and Her body's half the size of
People
her
really
head.
love when you describe a visual element in an audio-only podcast.
We should probably end this, shouldn't we?
Yeah, otherwise we'll just keep yapping. We're really excited for the next episode. It's going to be a nice little 2-parters coming up, so we will see you then, I suppose.
See you later. Goodbye. Oh, we have to have a little tagline, a little stinger tagline at the end.
Give it to me. New one.
What happened in this episode? Lick 'em, Steven. That's...
Nope. Bye.
Hello and welcome back.
Hi.
To the Crystal Men.
I'm Tom.
And I'm Jim.
And we're a Steven Universe podcast.
We watch Steven Universe, so you don't have to.
That's us.
The Crystal Men.
I'm Tom.
I was hoping that you would... Yes, okay.
Okay.
Hello and welcome back to the Crystal Men. I am Jim.
And I am Tom. Hello, you beautiful people.
And Jem's out there.